Hey folks, Dr. Starr, Silver Spring Medical Center. Thanks for listening in. We'll take 5 minutes, answer a quick question of the day, and get you going on your way. A lot of times people will ask us when we recommend a whole food plant-based diet, which is again always the best thing for you. Doesn't mean that you cannot eat your regular foods that are what you love. We don't want to take you away from that. That's not the purpose, but it is absolutely our job to point you in the right direction of which foods you as a human being should be eating that is most ideal for you, that causes the least amount of harm and the most benefit. And that is always going to be coming from foods that are lower in fat, lower in protein. I know protein is important, but you don't need more than 5% or 10% of your calorie intake from protein. That's what's been recommended for over 50 years by the World Health Organization. Only in America do they recommend over 30%, and that is because it is well funded and backed by the meat and dairy industry, and they stand to lose billions of dollars if you don't eat a lot of their products. So it's a more marketing than it is science, but the science is solid. You have to be eating a low fat, low protein, low sodium, high fiber, high water, high mineral, high vitamin, high carbohydrate, natural whole food plant-based diet. That's what the science says. You can argue with it if you want to, but that's hardcore science. It is there in all of the nutrition literature, all of the medical literature that supports it. At any rate, people many times say to us, well, wait a minute, Doc, if you're telling me to eat a lot of fruit, isn't it going to make me fat? Isn't the sugar? It's a lot of sugar, Doc, and sugar makes you fat, right? The answer is no. The truth is sugar does not make you, well, let me backtrack for a second. If you have a surplus of calories, if your body needs 2,000 calories a day, let's just say on average, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on your size and your activity level, but let's say 2,000 calories. If you take in 3,000 or 4,000 calories and there's a surplus and your body doesn't need it, it's going to store it as fat. That's true. But you are so hard pressed to get a surplus of energy / calories from fruit. And here's the reason why. If I tell you to make a meal out of 500 or 600 calories, and I can hand you a cheeseburger and fries, okay, small hamburger and a small bit of fries, that's about 500 or 600 calories. Now, I don't know about you, but I could eat that and I'd still be hungry, like most Americans. Well, then you'd eat another sandwich, or more fries, or a dessert, and now you're up to 1,000 or more calories, most of which is by fat, by the way. Now, if I handed you 500 or 600 calories in oranges, well, you'd be pretty hard pressed to eat that. That's 8 to 10 oranges. When was the last time you ate 8 or 10 oranges for a meal and was still hungry? My bet is that you wouldn't eat more than 4 oranges or 3 oranges, and you would call it quits. Well, let's say you ate only 5 oranges and you did really well. All right, that's about 300 calories. So you got 300 calories and you're stuffed, and that is high in fiber, high in water, high in nutrients, high in minerals. It's everything that your body needs, and you're full and you're satiated and you're done at 300 or 400 calories. Compare that to a hamburger and a little bit of fries. You'll eat 400 or 500 calories, again, most of which are from fat, and you'll still be hungry. You see, so it's easier to overeat when you're eating a high-fat diet because fats are very concentrated. They don't give you a lot of satiation. I know everybody's saying, I know you're thinking, well, come on, that's not true, Doc. I eat a high-fatty meal, I'm stuffed. No, it's because you stuffed yourself with a lot more fat than you really needed to, or a lot more calories than your body really, really needed. So the answer is the sugar and the fruits will never make you fat. They won't, because it has a self-limiting factor. It's called fiber and water and good stuff. So for you to eat 5,000 or 6,000 calories or 4,000 calories in fruit, you call me on the phone and you tell me how you did that, because that's a lot of fruit. All right? I mean, you would have to eat a tremendous amount. So the answer is it's self-limiting. It will not make you fat because you're never going to go over what your body really needs. It'll just fill you with what you do need, and it's like a self-regulating factor. Now, high fats and proteins don't have that. That's why you eat a big meal and you're still looking for a dessert, because the meal that you ate was pretty much void in carbohydrates. You ever notice that? Eat a big steak or a big chicken meal, you're still looking for something sweet. That's your body telling you you need the sugar, you need the carbohydrates, but it needs to be the good kind, not the bad kind. So the answer is, don't be afraid of fruit. Eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. You can't go wrong. You'll feel good for it and you'll be healthier for it. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.